Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. I want to bring you guys a little update on Litecoin, guys, and some of the things that I'm seeing. And I want to see if you guys are seeing them as well. So if you guys could like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're trying for 100 likes on this video, guys, and you've been doing it for me, and I'm so appreciative. I can't do it without you, so you guys have been awesome. I just want to thank you for that. So guys, what we're going to see today, and what's most important today, is the close. And we're looking at Litecoin on the one-day chart. And I want you guys to put down low. Do you believe that we're going to close up above this 20 EMA and this 50 moving average and above this 50 on the Fibonacci? Or do you think we're just going to continue to roll back over and maybe come down here and test this 0.618 around that $29.57, $30 area, or down around here at that $27.75? And guys, why I'm saying today is such a big day is because take a look at these. One second, guys. Sorry about that. So take a look at these right here. Right now we are holding the moving averages. We are up above them. Even last night, take a look at the close. We wicked down below them, but we closed basically up above them. You can see right here, maybe right on that line for the 20, but we closed above the 50, and now you're seeing kind of this inverted hammer right here, still trying to hold both of these. So we got to pay attention to where this is going to close today, guys. We need it to close up above right here, where this candle closed. And you can see that long wick where it came all the way down, then it got bought back up. So let's see where this closes today. That's a very important thing, considering the moving averages and all that. And also, guys, this here is our 50, I do believe. Let me scroll back out here. Yeah, so this is our 50 right here, which typically you get a good bounce off the 50 a lot of times. You know, if you're extremely bullish on a move, you'll get a bounce off the 0.236. And then typically, guys, in terms of retracements, you'll look at that 0.382 and that 50 and the 0.618. Now, if the 0.618 is lost, guys, a lot of times you'll see that rollover. That's kind of that golden area. That 0.65 is the golden pocket. So, you know, you'll have those wicks that come down through the 0.618. So keep this in mind, guys, when we're looking at this chart. So on the downside, we're looking for 31.84 to hold. And then it would be the 0.618 at $29.57, which we'll call $30, where you can see all this support right here. So that might be another spot that we could drop down to. And then on the upward side, guys, I wouldn't think we would get much above this 34.10 here in the next day or two. Because if we were to get up above this, we're going to have to make another test at this on good volume. And you can see how we were kind of rejected here. We had these tweezer tops here. We had a beautiful candle come in, and we actually closed right on the 0.382, and then we just kind of fell back down the next day, and we kind of been moving sideways. And like we talked about, you can see that if bots, how they were trying to defend this 0.618, and they did. We had a little move up. We got above the 50 there. So these are the things I want to bring to your guys' attention that we really need to pay attention to, and kind of my targets. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pull off this Fibonacci, and we're going to draw some trend lines, guys. Remember how important trend line breaks are. So right there, right in there, guys. So we're going to see what happens with Litecoin on this trend line here. You see we've been moving up it. And remember how I talked about these gaps? Do you see this wide gap here, guys? That actually strengthens the trend line. So that means if it is to be broken, there's going to be a more heinous move to the downside. And we have to be ready for that. All right, but right now we've been moving up in it, and we actually wicked down through. You see this, how it was defended right here. And now we're going to have to make a run up here and see if we can attempt this 34, 33 right in that area. And in a way, guys, it kind of looks like a very small little ascending triangle. So if you would put this right here, you can see how we're working up into this. So we have this lower line here, and then we have this flat top right up here. You can even see the overhead resistance here, and you can see it here. You can see where we wicked up through there, guys. But with these ascending triangles, what you're having are these lower highs that are coming in, and then you're kind of having this flat top. And a lot of the times, which, guys, it can still break down, but a lot of times on these ascending triangles, you'll see a break to the upside then. And if we did break to the upside and we got over this 34, 33, then we're going to come and we're going to make an attempt here at this 39.17, where we had this shooting star candle and that rejection. All right, so that's why these trend lines are so important. Then another one you can draw here, guys, just in terms of trend lines. Let me get that one off there. I'm sorry about that. So We'll pull this down here, and what we're going to do, we're going to take this from this area right here, and we can bring it down into this. So look, you can see we also have a little triangle there that's forming, just like that. So here's our lower, here's our upper, and you can see we're kind of coming in that decision time, guys. Are we going to break up or are we going to break down? There's not a ton more that we can just kind of move sideways. I mean, realistically, guys, in Litecoin, we've been moving sideways besides this little run-up we had here where we fell back down. We've been around this $30 range since December 18th. I mean, it's been a month and a half of just kind of moving sideways for Litecoin, which in a way is good because we've been defending that 0.618. We've been holding that 0.618, and now we're actually up above in that channel of the 0.5. So, you know, we got to pay attention to this stuff, guys. We got to keep it in mind, but we also got to pay attention to the volume and what's going to happen, because a lot of times you'll have false breakouts. Guys, you'll have a breakout come up here, and then you'll actually fall back all the way down. That's one scenario. Sometimes you break up, you come back down, you test the line, then you move up, you know, where you have those throwbacks, different things like that. Or sometimes you just straight break out. You could be in the bathroom, and all of a sudden Litecoin goes from $32 to $40, you know, just some huge move where it happens real quick. A whale decides this is the time to put it in. I like Litecoin. The halving's coming up. UFC's adopting it. All these different things for Litecoin, and one of these whales could put in money at any time, guys. And that's why this market, how he said, be prepared for the up, be prepared for the down, be prepared for the sideways. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be preparing for that. Realistically, though, guys, we're about 50-50. We're pretty neutral in terms of, is this going to break up or is this going to break down? There's a lot of things that are showing a breakdown. There's a lot of things that are showing a break up. I mean, take a look at this trend line here that we have to put on the RSI as well, that we'll have to break up through. Remember, always do your trend lines on the RSI. Just 1 second. So always do that, guys. Always put these trend lines right up above, just like that, to see if we break out or if we're going to be rejected by it. And then the next line I'd have here, I'd put a horizontal line just like that. Now, what this almost looks like here on the RSI, looks kind of like we're forming that descending triangle where we're kind of working up in here. What we would want is a little bit more of the touches, a little bit more full in here. You kind of have this gap in here. But we would qualify. We had a touch here, 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 here. And now, guys, we're going to have to see if we break up or if we're going to come back down here, and if this is going to hold or if this is just going to break and roll over to the downside. And remember, if we get trapped underneath that 40, that's a very tough spot to get back up above. Because right now, guys, our RSI is at 51. So, you know, we have the potential to move either way, up or down. You know, we're just kind of in that neutral zone. We're fighting back and forth. And that's what you have to picture. The bulls and the bears right now are just beating the heck out of each other. They're fighting back and forth. We're deciding, hey, are we going to go up? Hey, are we going to go down? What's going to happen? And that's what you're seeing, you know, with some of these candles, like even this gravestone doji and all that, how the bulls tried to push it up and then the bears swatted it back down. And then you saw a bullish engulfing candle right here that pushed us all the way up. Then we had a shooting star candle and we fell all the way back down. Now we've just been kind of moving sideways. But with Litecoin, guys, you got to think we've retraced so far already, and we also have all the good news and the good things happening with it. And then you throw in the halving as well, where these miners aren't going to be rewarded as much as they were before in terms of getting Litecoin back. So it makes the supply less at the time, the circulating supply, and therefore the price could rise due to that. And if you look back at history, there's been a lot of spikes around those halvings and different things like that. And you know, guys, Litecoin only has 82 or 84 million. You guys put it down low. I think it's 82 million total coins, and that's all that will ever be mined, will ever be created for Litecoin. You know, so there is some scarcity to it as well that we have to, you know, put into account. Guys, you know, it's a good project, and that's just my thoughts on it. You know, you guys can do what you want with that. Remember, this isn't financial advice, but you know, it's a good project, and in the grand scheme of things, guys, we're pretty low right now. $32, you know. Yeah, could we go down to $22 or lower to hit that $17, $12? Absolutely. I'm not going to doubt that one bit. But could we never see $30 again, and we hold this 32 and we bounce up from here? Absolutely as well. So that's where you kind of have to play that risk to reward ratio. You know, do I want to wait for it to potentially go lower, or is this a low enough number to where even if it drops more, I'm comfortable with it? You know, I'll maybe add more to it, you know, cost average down as it drops, but You know, guys, my opinion, Litecoin's not going to zero anytime soon. And this is a coin that has a lot of potential, and down the road, you know, could be a 4-digit coin, could be $1,000, could be, you know, go from $500 to $1,000, somewhere in that range. And that's where I kind of feel like the next market cycle is going to be. Somewhere it's going to land Litecoin somewhere around that $500 to like $1,500 range will be the top of the next Litecoin cycle. And who knows, guys, things could get out of control. It could even go more than that. Who knows? Anything can happen. People who back in the day would have laughed at people who said when Bitcoin was a couple dollars, it's going to be $20,000 one day. It's going to hit $20,000. You would have been laughed out of anywhere, guys. You know, I would have been laughing at. Anyone would have been laughing at you. No one would have believed it would have went from dollar or pennies or dollars, whatever, up to thousands of dollars. And that's how these things happen. And we're so new into this technology. We're so new into all of this. So, you know, kind of play that risk to reward, guys. Look at this 50 here. This 50 moving average on the day is just kind of flattening out. And now you're seeing it kind of move up, and we're just kissing with this 20 right here. So a big break's going to come. If you throw the Bollinger Bands on, guys, that's one indication too. Take a look at the Bollinger Bands. I bet they're very tight right now. You see this, how it's starting to tighten up, getting a lot tighter than this area in here, and that's waiting for a break to happen. So we're above this middle band, which is good, but when it gets real tight and it constricts like that, that's when you're going to have a break to the upside or to the downside. So remember that, guys. And remember, when you come out of these things, like how these candles came out, most of the time you're going to have a pullback. And then, guys, when you have these big falls down into the Bollinger Bands right here, see these wicks? And then we went right back up. And now you can see how tight it's getting. And that's what I'm talking about. This break is going to come, guys. So let's be ready for it. Let's be prepared for it. I know I didn't get into a ton of technical analysis today, but, guys, we're just kind of moving sideways. It's just let's wait and see what is going on with Litecoin and then kind of react to it. You know what? But that's where we want to have our plans, for plan for the upside, plan for the downside, and then we react for it. So if you guys like these videos, like, subscribe. I'm not trying to keep it too long today. Just want to get a quick one in. I just finished up my other business for the day. So had my first client at 6:15 in the morning, up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, it's been busy. I want to still get another video out today, but got to do the family thing as well. Take care of my house, you know, take care of my health, everything else, guys. And hopefully maybe get a little light workout in and keep moving forward. But thank you guys all for all the prayers, all the love, support, all that. If you guys could like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it, my friends. God bless each and every one of you.